everyone, I welcome you all for my presentation on advertising. Let us see the meaning of advertising. The term advertising is derived from the original Latin word adverte, which means to turn the attention. Definition: according to American Marketing Association, advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation of ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor. Another definition, according to Wheeler, advertising is any form of paid non-personal presentation of ideas, goods or services for the purpose of inducing people to buy. It means advertising is a form of communication intended to promote the sale of product or service, to influence public opinion, to gain political support or to advance a particular cause. In this slide, we are going to see how the advertising plays an important role in manufacturers, consumers, society and middlemen. The following are the importance of advertising to manufacturers includes increased sales, steady demand, lower cost, greater dealer interest, creation of goodwill, quick turnover and smaller inventories. Next one, importance to consumers. It includes facility of purchasing, improvement in quality, elimination of unnecessary intermediaries, consumer surplus and education of consumers. Next, importance to society. Here, encouragement to research, changes in motivation and encouragement to artists. So, example, story writers, artists. Next one, middlemen. So, in the chain of distribution, middlemen acts as an essential link between the producers and the consumers. It includes quick sales and makes possible retail price maintenance. What are the objectives of advertising? First one, to increase demand. So, advertising creates the awareness about the product among the target audience. Thus, advertising creates demand and helps in increasing the market share of advertiser product. The second one is to sell a new product and to build new brands. Advertising introduces a new product to potential customers and give information regarding the features, contents, quality, price and availability of the new product in the market. The third one is to educate the masses. Non-commercial advertisements issued by government department and social organizations aim at educating the masses. Then fourth one is to build brand preferences. Advertising helps the manufacturers and marketers to build brand preference and brand loyalty of their products. Next one is to build goodwill. Advertising helps to build corporate image and create goodwill among existing and potential customers, employees, shareholders, government, financial institution and public at large. Next one is to attract and to help middlemen. It is easy to attract middlemen for the advertised products or services. Also help the middlemen to inform and persuade the potential customers. Next one is to support salesmen. So advertising also provides a great support to salesmen. It also easy for the salesman to sell the product that are well advertised. The last objective of advertising is to enter into new geographical area. If the existing firm wants to enter into new geographical areas, then advertising is needed to inform the prospective buyers and middlemen regarding availability of product in that area. So these are the objectives of advertising. Next, we will see the features of advertising. The following are the features of advertising. First one, paid form. Advertising is an paid activity. That is, it's not possible free of cost. By its very nature, it is paid form of presentation of an idea, product or a service in an indirect way. Then second one, non-personal presentation and promotion. So advertising is an impersonal attempt to present a message regarding a product or a service or an idea. So that is why it is called as salesmanship in print. In other words, the manufacturer and consumers are not in direct or personal contact with one another. Next one is ideas, goods and services. So advertising being a powerful mass communication tool, it's used not only to present and promote goods and services but also increase the goal of public interest and social causes. The next one is identified sponsor. Identified sponsor means the producer or the seller who advertises the product should be known through the advertised message. The receiver of message should be able to identify the source of the advertisement. Next, we will see about mass communication media. We all very well know about mass communication media, which includes newspaper, magazines, television, radio and outdoor displays. Next one is the informative act. So, each and every advertisement is a piece of information to the listeners, readers, viewers and onlookers. So, these are all the main features of advertising. In this slide, we are going to see how media plays an important role in advertising. According to Philip Kotler, the communication channels through which message moves from sender and receiver is called media. So the media carry the advertiser's messages and serve as a vital link between the seller of a product or service and the consumer. Next, we are going to see some forms of advertising media. So the first one is the press and print media. So press media is also known as print media. It includes printed advertisement in newspapers, magazine, brochures and so on. The next one is outdoor advertising media. It is one of the oldest means of communication and used as an effective generative medium in the semi-urban and rural areas. The next one is the direct advertising media. Here, it delivers the advertisements directly to the prospective customers. Next one is the broadcasting media. When one talks of advertising, the person first thinks of television and radio advertising, which are the types of broadcasting media. So next one is the internet advertising media. It is also called as web marketing, online marketing or e-marketing. So here the products or services are marketed over the internet. Then other advertising media includes cinema and theatre program advertising, exhibition and trade fair advertising, video film advertising and directory advertising. In this slide, we are going to see about newspaper. We all know very well about newspaper. It is a local advertising medium. It reaches almost all homes within the given area of circulation. It's are generally published on a daily basis. Very few newspapers are published in weekly. So, it depends on their circulation, selected news, etc. to meet the needs and requirements of the readers. So, there are four types of newspapers. First one is daily newspaper, weekly newspaper, national newspaper and special audience newspaper. So special audience newspaper is nothing but a variety of papers offer specialized editorial content and are published for particular groups including labor unions, professional organizations, industries and hobbyists. So specialized newspapers are also published in areas with large foreign language speaking ethnic groups, among them Chinese, Philippines and so on. The second form of print media is the magazine. It offers specialized information to the special audience. Magazines reach special type of people in all localities like interest in movies, household, sports, politics and industry. So qualitative audience are approached by the magazines. Let us see the classification of magazines. There are three classifications: general magazines, specialized magazines, special issues such as annuals. So general magazines are nothing but content is meant for general appeal. Second one, specialized magazines. Readership with clearly defined specific interest. For example, Women's Era for women. Special issues such as annuals. Here, the directories are special types of publications which may or may not have wide coverage of varied interest. For example, telephone directories. Followed by classification of magazines, we'll see now the advantages of magazine. First one is selectivity. The selectivity or their ability to reach specific target audience. Except for direct mail and internet, magazines are considered as the most selective of all media. Second one is the reproduction quality. A highly desirable and valued attribute of magazine is the reproduction quality of advertisements, because the magazines are generally printed on the high quality paper. Next one is the creative flexibility. Flexibility in terms of type, size and placement of advertising material in magazines. And the last advantage is prestige. Some magazines enjoy a very creditable and qualitative image among audience, and the product or service advertised in them may gain prestige in consumers' perception. Next, we'll see the disadvantages of magazine. First one is high cost because the magazines are most expensive media. Next one is limited reach and frequency. Quite a few magazines in India have higher circulation when compared to the other countries. Next one is long lead time. So here the lead time between when advertising material must be submitted and when it will run, it's sufficiently long. It takes 4 weeks or more to run after the advertiser submits it. The last one is the competition and clutter. So here clutter makes it difficult for advertisers to gain readers' attention and involve them into the advertising message. We will see the radio advertising. Radio is the mass medium that appeals to the ears and brain of listeners. It ruled from 1920 to 1970 very powerfully and now has crucial role as television takes place. There are some types of radio advertising. So first one is local spot radio advertising, which means the advertisements directly with individual stations rather than with a network. The second one is the network radio advertising. Here, the advertising is placed within national network programs since there are few network radio programs being broadcast. Then third one is the national spot radio advertising. Here, the offers an advertiser the opportunity to place advertising in nationally syndicated radio programming. Next, we'll see the advantages and disadvantages of radio. So some advantages of radio are selectivity, cost efficiency, flexibility, intimacy and mass coverage. Next one is the disadvantages of radio. So some disadvantages are lack of control, lack of visual element, listeners inattentiveness and audience fragmentation. Next we are going to see about television advertising. We all very well know that television is believed to be more authoritative and exciting of all mediums. It is often said that television is the ideal medium for advertising because of its ability to combine visual images, sound, motion and color. So television is an excellent medium for demonstrating a product or service. We'll see the advantages of television. So first one is creativity and impact, coverage and cost effectiveness, captivity and attention, and the last one is selectivity and flexibility. Some limitations of television advertising are cost, lack of sensitivity, fleeting message and clutter. So what does mean by fleeting message? It means TV commercials usually last only 30 seconds or less and leave nothing tangible for the viewer to examine or consider. So commercials have become shorter and shorter as the demand for a limited amount of broadcast time has intensified and advertisers try to get more impression from their media budgets. So these are about the television advertising. Thank you everyone.